guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I really don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Really, it's just like I thought about making a video, and so I just turned the camera on, and I was gonna make a video about how my time have been like dealing with the coronavirus, but I thought that was kind of dumb. But I can say as much as that I was actually really unexpectedly very calm about it. Not because I thought it wasn't bad and like dangerous or anything like that, because I did and I still do, but I wasn't worried, and I don't know why. Is it weird why I wasn't worried at all? Of course I thought about like, oh, my mom's gonna die, and my grandmother and all that, but that's kind of subsided a little bit. Also today, no, not today. Was it yesterday? Maybe yesterday, I actually got tested for corona, and I don't know if this applies to you, but here in Denmark you have something called, translated of course, health.dk, which is basically where you can see, if you go to the doctor, you can see what he wrote about the conversation. You can also see lab results, and you can see upcoming appointments with your doctor, your therapist, psychiatrist, all that. So I'm basically just waiting for the result to come in, and I'm actually a little more nervous than I thought, because the reason why I'm yippee-ki-yay, I wanna be a cowboy, baby. What the hell? No. But the reason why I got the COVID-19 test was because I am feeling a little sick, which I still do, and of course it could just be the common cold, flu, but to be safe, I just got tested, to be on the safe side, because here in this living facility I'm living at, take it very seriously, because of course they can. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the mask. What? I can infect the whole staff if I do have corona, and so it's just in both ways just great to get a result. And of course I have been distancing myself to the public, and only going out if it was absolutely necessary, like buying groceries and out walking or anything, and I'm always like keeping a distance to people, so I reduce the possibility of being catching the COVID-19 disease to a minimum. But I do want to admit that I'm still seeing my mom, even though the coronavirus, and I'm also don't know if I have it, which is, I'm gonna feel pretty fucking stupid if I have the coronavirus, because then my mom and my mom's mom needs to like go get tested. It's actually kind of funny, because here in Denmark we never say just grandmother, because here in Denmark you call your mom's mom, you call her mother, which is freaking weird. Just like mother in one word. And when it's the father's mom, we call it father mother, which is freaking weird if you ask me. But it kind of makes sense. Which is also why it confuses me all the time when I'm in the US and I'm like hearing someone talking about grandmother. I'm like, which one is it? You know, I'm just confused as frick. Anyways, what did I talk about? What? Yeah, I think it was the corona. I would feel stupid if I gave them the virus. And also, I know a lot of people with mental issues or just generally people have had a hard time dealing with being at home for such a large amount of time, which I can sympathize with. I try to put myself in their situation, but it's also kind of hard because I haven't experienced that at all, that need for wanting to go outside. And I think it's basically comes down to me not socializing. I'm very isolated to begin with, so this virus haven't really affected me at all. I can't pinpoint a difference from when before the virus and after, but I can sympathize with people going crazy, you know. And also, I've seen news here in Denmark, and they talk about the US a lot, about the possibility of some people getting to the point of being homeless because they can't pay their paycheck, you know. They can't pay the bills and all that stuff. Like, it just makes me really sad because in Denmark that would never happen, never at all, because then you would have financial support from the, what do you call it, the cities, what the hell do you call it, you know, the office that controls the city with like legal fees, not the court, but yeah, it's a place where you go to see if you can get financial support, to go to a place where you can get help for looking for a job and all that stuff, you know. So it just saddens me a lot, and it also saddens me that Trump is giving so many misleading informations, because it really damages the perception of how bad the coronavirus really is. And what I don't quite understand is that why do people just take the word of a president? Like, if it was me, I would still like research to make sure he was right. And I know I can understand why you would think the president wouldn't say things that wasn't true, but apparently he says stuff that isn't true, as we've learned. And also something that is quite irritating to me, but it's only the only reason why it irritates me is because of the safety of others and them. Because in the state of Texas, and I've also talked about a little bit about this in my last video, but in the state of Texas, it is, correct me if I'm wrong, the state in the US that has the most cases of COVID. And that pretty much boils down to how people, some people, not all, but from what I've heard, the most percentage of people living in that state, um, what they do and what they don't do. Like, they feel like some people feel like it's a personal attack to ask them to wear a mask. And what I don't get is that why they don't have the thought about, like, okay, I'm gonna wear a mask to protect others, to protect people in my community, protect the ones that can't or have lowered immune systems and autoimmune disorders and other underlying illnesses. It will be detrimental for them to catch the virus, because then the possibility of them surviving isn't that high compared to ones without the illnesses that the other person have. I don't understand it, because, like, as I said, I don't get it. And they think, like, they say that you are entitled to wear what you want to, what not. You're entitled to wear what you want to and what you not want to. And I agree to a certain degree, because when it comes to protecting a country and basically the world, you gotta do everything in your power to tip in, is that what it's called? All the effort that you can do to help. But many people don't seem to have that analogy, like, because they say it violates the right to not wear a mask. And of course, you can't force anyone to wear masks, but it's just the most common thing to think, to wear a mask, because I think it is kind of selfish not to wear a mask. But also, I can again sympathize with those people, because they've probably been fed so many lies that they eventually, like, start to believe it. And whenever someone tries to contradict what they are saying, they are so like grown into the ground about their beliefs and what they've been told, that you can't convince them otherwise. And I really feel like I feel bad for them, because, like, with incorrect informations, that's gonna affect not only them but others, and that ain't good, son. Hell no. I'm drawing, if you're wondering why I'm looking down so much. It just keeps me calmer, I guess. But that's what I'm scared of. I'm not scared of the virus. Of course, it's very dangerous if you have underlying illnesses, and if you're not young, if you're not young, then your chances of surviving the virus is not that high as to if you're young. I can't say that word, why? The chances of you surviving is higher. Also, I heard that a lot of younger people in the US is catching the virus. I'm not sure which state, or if it's just a general thing, but they told that in the news. Also, I don't get why Trump is able to say so many misleading things and no one is stopping him. Because, I mean, I'm sure that are people in the Congress and people in the White House that knows what he is saying is wrong, but nobody does do anything like about it. It pisses me off. I'm sorry, I don't want to be negative, but it pisses me off because I don't get it. I do not get it. Because if he was president, we don't have presidents, but we have like kings and queens. Right now we have a queen. But if he was, let's say, the king of this country, and the people in the White House here would kick him off the position of being king, just based on what Trump has done over his presidential career. So that's why I don't get why people don't speak up and say, you know what, that is very wrong. Maybe it's just because people are scared, or if he's threatening lawsuits, if anybody speaks out about it. Maybe that's why. But like, I mean, if I ever see Trump, I'm gonna fucking smack him right in the face. Also, it was really funny. Trump was actually scheduled to appear in Denmark, to come to Denmark. And I mean, it was like maybe a year ago, maybe 6 months ago. And there were so many. It was a Facebook article, and almost like 9 out of 10, almost 10 I would say, but 9 out of 10 of the comments just said, you know what, I don't come, we don't want you, please don't come, we don't want you. And at last it ended up with him not coming. And I believe it's because he saw the backlash. We don't want him over here, you can stay in your lane, motherfucker. I'm sorry if you are a Trump supporter, I'm just bashing your president, but it's just my opinion. And of course, you are entitled to have a different opinion. Because if we didn't have that, the world would be pretty boring. Because everything would be the same. I just think it's sad that what he says puts people in danger. Also, for example, I read an article the other day about a woman that didn't believe the coronavirus was either didn't exist or that it was that fatal as they say it is. So she gone out of her way to catch the virus, and she unfortunately died to prove a point. And I just think if you are that hell-bent on proving something that you're willing to die, and of course I don't think that she thought she was gonna die, that's not what I'm saying, but it's just so devastating, because I mean, she probably just was in a wrong circle of people telling her that there's no disease, it's not that bad, you know, because everything comes from a place. It starts with one, like, the whole anti-vax and all that, anti-government and all that stuff began when a English guy put out an article about some, I don't know what it was about, but at last it was, the whole thing was miscredited and it was false information and it wasn't true, and he got his medical license revoked because of it. And I just think from that point on, people was starting to believe. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's like 2:30. a.m. Anyways, but that's where I think the whole thing started about this anti-vax stuff, and that's sad because I think it's so damaging to the society that we live in. In Denmark, it's almost non-existing, the anti-vax movement. I've not heard of anyone being anti-vax in Denmark, I'll tell you that. Because we have common sense. I feel like I'm bashing people. But I'm really not, and I don't want to be, like, stepping on some toes, because it's very, what do you call it, like, fragile, people's beliefs. And of course I think to a point, if people want to have their opinion, that is fine, unless it doesn't endanger other people, which it does. Like, what? I don't get it. Like, also, in this coronavirus time, people have struggled mentally. I luckily have not struggled more than I usually do, so that's always good. But others that have not been struggling as much or at all has begun to really struggle. I don't think it's that bad now in comparing to when it just started, but still, like, it can leave scars that you experienced that. And of course it's to a point traumatizing to be going through this kind of virus where it's like on a world scale of cases, because it's something, for example, here in Denmark, we have never experienced this kind of illness ever. So a lot of people here just went ape shit when it first broke the news, but actually, like, maybe a month after the news of the coronavirus, people was like, there's no virus here, They weren't taking precautions. People didn't distance and didn't wear masks and didn't use hand sanitizer, and elderly people was like swarming the streets, I have never seen so many old people as I have since the virus has begun. Which is weird to me. Because why do you want to go out now where there's the possibility of you catching a virus and potentially die, and not doing that before? I don't get it. What the fuck? But yeah. I just hope that you stay safe, that you take the precautions, and you do everything to not only help yourself, but others too. Because to have a successful world, we need to stand together, and we need to fight this together instead of fighting each other. So that's all I gotta say, I ain't what the hell. Wow, I have a lot of loose ends in my head. I think I'm gonna go make some coffee because I do not have any more soda and only 2 home rolled cigarettes. But I have my e-cigarettes, so that's cool, but I don't have it. Coke. It sounds like sniffing coke. No, I'm not. Never gonna, because I'm gonna get fucked more than I am already. But I'll get paid tomorrow, so I hope so. I'm never sure because the system of getting paid weekly is just fucked. It makes me kind of angry because, you know, I depend on that money to survive, of course. And the annoying thing, I don't know if I probably said that in the last video, but I still cannot open my bank account to see the amount of money that I have on it, which is so annoying because then I can't see how much money I have, and then I can't go shopping for groceries because I don't know how much I have. So it's so irritating, but I took my action and I actually wrote an email to my bank asking what the hell is going on with your online bank. I was very courteous and nice, but I wanted to swear. I wanted to, but I was very courteous. Wow, courteous. Yes, courteous. I'm gonna go with that. So, yeah. Also, oh my god, this video is gonna be so long. You know what? I'm just gonna finish this video and then I'm gonna post another video for what I was gonna say next. So, anyways, guys, bye.